Okay guys, so you remember the motor. I'm going to bring this up here so you can see it. I took all that apart and kind of busted up everything. Okay, obviously this is not copper wire. These two pieces were inside, however, connected to copper. That's some junk wire, I'll just leave it down there. These were the two pieces it was connected to. These chunks of aluminum here. And connected to the other copper wires, rather large copper wires that is. So this is two aluminum chunks. I'm just going to put that over here in the aluminum bucket. So now that leaves us with all this nice brass. I did scour it, by the way. You know, it's not real heavy brass, but I did scour it and it turned out to be brass. It's got a little weight to it. Sometimes I underestimate it, but it's not as heavy as I would like it to be. I'm going to double check everything just to make sure it is brass. So that's all that. Kind of sounds like it. So we have some cast aluminum, some heavy cast aluminum, by the way. It's a very thick piece of cast aluminum that I'm just going to throw in that pile. Just throw it over there and continue what I was telling you about. The wires are some nice thick wire. So it's like an 8 or a 9 possibly thickness. That's why I went through the extra trouble to actually get the little pieces that were still connected inside a connector. So here's the two pieces. It's quite a bit of copper right there. You know, that was connected in this device, which is like a bolt that bolted into the aluminum, and each wires went through this rubber insert, and the cap, you can see it's all destroyed. That whatever was on top of here, I just destroyed it, guys. Hacksawed it off, and I just pulled this out with the wires in it. So this is just trash. This rubber piece, some kind of plug, and everything was secured in place, so it would not come out unless I used the hacksaw to cut around that plastic piece to yank that sucker out of there, which didn't take that long. And we have these two pieces. I don't think there's brass in there. There's a little bit of wire. I don't think I'm going to mine after that, even though maybe I should. It's probably a nice chunk of wire right there. Got some weight to them too. So I don't know, I might mine these and see what's inside of here. Maybe there is some brass inside. I don't know. It doesn't look like brass. That doesn't mean there's none inside. And then we had these heavy, I forget what you call these things. And there's actually, there's my thumb comparison. So they're rather large chunks. There's 4 of them. And one chunk I actually put in a tin shred. So they were there. So when you pull these covers, I would have to cut. They got a nice chunky copper in them. I'm trying to show you that right here. It's a nice copper there. Nice. So we're gonna get all the copper cut and get it all together. And there it is, guys. I do want to get a gram scale where I'll be able to weigh everything out. Maybe in grams, so you guys can see weights and stuff, but till then I gotta do it this way. Some nice chunky wires for sure. I think it was worth taking that apart. Nice grip of copper. It's really nice. And I have to put this in a copper bin, which is in the shed area. This has to go into the brass area. Now what I want to do with you guys here, before this gets too long, is just scour this. So you can actually see what I'm doing. I'm just using a chainsaw sharpener here. And I'm just going over it with a scour. That's what you call it. So I don't know if you can see that, shiny. Brass. Definitely brass. Hope you can see the difference there. Bright brass. It could be tricky sometimes, so I gotta double check myself sometimes. Make sure that's not aluminum. It definitely looks like brass to me, guys. Sorry about that. It definitely looks like brass. Kind of looks like gold as well. Yep, nothing. So this will go into the brass area. Does look like a light right there, kind of light. But it's shiny brass, guys. Unbelievable. Now we'll go into the brass bucket. All these chunks. This was a nice find, actually, in a dumpster, guys. Nice chunky brass and copper. Let's see if I got brass in my little brass bin. And the copper was awesome right here. And so I figured I'd give you an update on a giant pumpkin, guys. It's getting late in the season. But that's it compared to my hand. It's pretty big. You know, keep it covered so it don't turn orange like the other one. And once it turns orange, this puts a signal into the plant to stop growing like that other one did. I believe that one turned orange and it just stopped growing. See if we can see how that looks right there. See, it's much a darker color than the other one, so this is just going to be a small, it's a big pumpkin as it is, guys. But I just want to show you. Oh, I just stepped in a gooey pumpkin. Look at that sucker right there, guys. It's huge. You can kind of see the orange on the bottom and the area there. That's what we're trying to avoid. That's where the shirt was protecting that pumpkin from turning orange. And I want to make sure we keep it that way. Because the majority of this, we just want it covered 100%, but sometimes it's hard. And the pumpkin wants to turn, you know. So, that's actually quite big. If you did see it, the size of these leaves are huge, okay? Imagine the size of that pumpkin in there. And it looks like it's small, because you can't see all of it with the leaves and everything. And with these guys, they're not good mirrors, so I'm just going to be getting rid of them. They're not good. Everything is warped out in all different places. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Subscribe, smash that like button. We'll see you on the next video.